Hi everyone, let's talk about KO Heroes. And if you saw the Chidango playthrough or review, then a lot of similar things apply to this as well, because it is a re-implementation of that system with a few changes. So the main idea of the game, that instead of a shifting display of cards like in Chidango, there are these tiles that will stay the same the whole game, but you're going to be given these different things to spot every now and then. It does change the game up quite a bit, and it should make the game a lot easier, because with more play and as the game goes on even, you can get used to where those things are and which character is on which tile, which colour is on which tile. And so you should be improving with remembering where these things are. I do think that for me anyway, I missed the shifting display of Chidango. In that game, it starts off with cards in the middle rather than tiles that are a set thing at the start of every game, and then as the card is guessed and we pick one from the middle, the card that we had to spot goes back in the middle, so the display is always shifting and you can't really get used to it. In this you can, but on the other hand, it was, I don't know if it's the colours or the pixely art, there was something about it that sometimes makes it a little bit harder for the colour or the character to click. I don't know if it's because something seems similar, or maybe it's just the art style, or maybe it's just me, but it did seem a little bit harder sometimes there was sometimes a delay where we were all just staring at the cards, just waiting for it to click, and then suddenly it did. Whereas in Chidango, it was a lot smoother, but that just could be us. I really liked that. This was the one that I saw that jumped out at me on the Mosey list, because who doesn't want that on their shelves? And the video game controls as well, with all the Mosey logos where the other things should be, are a really nice little touch. The cartridges as well are really nice. The art and everything is really good in it. So I think that the actual structure of the game, that the middle doesn't change and you need to be looking for a different thing each time, that core thing should be simpler really. So maybe if people are finding Chidango hard, then you could do that. You could even do that with Chidango, I suppose. You could keep the starting 5 in the middle and then be drawing a card every now and then. But you would be missing, in this, there are cards in the deck that exactly match the tiles. And you'll have seen this in the playthrough, but I will explain it anyway. There are cards in the deck that exactly match the tiles in the middle. And if there is an exact match, then everybody needs to point at the wrong thing, and the last person to do that is going to lose a point. And that is an interesting twist. It's like the T thing in Chidango, where everybody suddenly clicks that, no, you need to be doing something different. This routine that we've got into, it kind of breaks that routine, and everybody needs to point at the wrong thing, otherwise they're going to hand over one of their points to the person who did do it the fastest. And on top of that, the variant rules in this are basically, play Chidango with these cards. The cards they're a lot smaller in this, as you can tell from the box size. The cards are a lot smaller in this, and there are less. I think there's 30 cards in this deck, and there are 55 in Chidango, if I remember right. So it will be a shorter game, especially it plays up to 6, so if you're playing with 6, it's a shorter game all around. So I do like that touch, that the controllers do serve a function in that you can play Chidango with these cards. So overall, I think this is another nice little filler game. It's quicker than Chidango. The rules are more simple, and it's maybe a little bit easier to follow because that display in the middle isn't changing. But this is still a very fun game, a very nice variant on the rules of the idea of Chidango, and you can play Chidango with this box as well, so that's another plus going for it. I think out of the two, I do prefer Chidango because I like the length of it and I love the shifting display. I know you can do that with this, but I would just like more cards. And that is KO Heroes. It's going to be available at Essen 2016, and you can also go to Taiwan Board Game Design, either on Board Game Geek or just Google their website, and you can order for pre-order and pick up at Essen, or you can get delivery around the world from there as well. So you should be able to get your hands on some of these great games from Taiwanese board game designers. And that is it for KO Heroes. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone, and I will see you for the next game. Bye.